What up, doe? It's the Buddy Mo podcast. Once again, back May 24th, still in apocalypse week. I don't know what of this entire lockdown, but we still surviving, still doing the podcast. New equipment. Got a new guest on the show, Bobo Too Real. What's good?
Bobo Too Real. Got him. Bitch, what's going on, man? I just came to show some love, support. What up,
yes, sir. You know who back in the house? My homeboy, big little brother, Kash.
Yep. You know what coming.
Hey, we missing Katie today, but you know what though? I got a real smooth fun fact for us. And that fun fact is, I forgot what the fucking fun fact is.
Motherfucking tongues have their own fingerprint.
Tongues have their own fingerprint, like fingerprint. That means that my tongue don't look like his tongue, don't look like his tongue. What do that mean to you, Kat?
Shit, you know what that means. That means this time to get nasty. Bitch, I'm leaving my print, goddamn it. Nah.
Your tongue print?
I'm leaving my tongue print. Bitch, my password on my phone finna be my tongue print now, bitch. I dare you open my mouth while I'm asleep.
Hey, listen, since we're talking about tongue
prints, gonna wake the fuck up.
Today's subject gonna be about the necessity of marriage nowadays and the expectancy for how long one is going to last, and if or if not, we need to be getting married post-success. If you already got money, should you be married? This subject came to me watching a video on YouTube of Steven Jackson. See, I'm messing all up. I ain't had enough sleep. Steven Jackson. That's it. I ain't like this weed.
Chilling, spark the bitch down.
Steven Jackson. And I'm lighting the weed before I talk about Steven Jackson, because as I was watching this YouTube video, Steven Jackson
my dog
was smoking blunts.
Blunt after blunt on that bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Back to back. Listen. And what his problem was is he married the woman after he was already rich. She agreed to sign the prenup, but got him all the way to the wedding day, where they in the actual hall where they're about to get married, and decided that she wasn't going to sign it. So basically, she was trying to trick him into marrying her. And the reason that sparked this conversation is, damn man, it must be tough trying to pick
I want to marry
a mate. Trying to pick a mate after you already successful. That's got to suck.
I'm going out like Hugh Hefner. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I just want to see what you think about as far as what you think the necessity for marriage is nowadays. Do you think that it's important for people to get married, like as important as it used to be, bro?
For me, bro, my point of view on marriage is I feel like marriage is for women. Like, I don't feel like there is a benefit in marriage for a man whatsoever.
Like, I mean, what you mean is like in the marriage.
In the marriage.
Pretty much, you saying that we should do the reason that a marriage.
Hear me out. From little girl on up to grown ass woman, her biggest dream is to be a wife and a mother. Wife, then a mother. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't think about marriage until damn near death, nigga. Unless they meet that one motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't feel like it's no benefits for like, what benefits is there for like a woman?
I guess for a man,
care of,
right, go ahead.
You know, a woman get taken care of, treated to nice shit. She damn near gain control after marriage. What benefits do a man even have?
I could tell you something. Like for me,
I think this though, like you know what I'm saying? Yo, I don't know. Personally, like I feel like shit. I don't know, bro. If you a broke nigga, marriage is just fine. I feel like. No, for real.
I just feel like this. I feel like marriage is good.
You ain't got no options. It'll work just for both of y'all.
Marriage. This is what it does. I think that if I got married, it would be to keep me from being out of control. I think that whenever I've ever been in a serious relationship, it always gave me some stability in my life. Like I've always been like, and people who know me know I'm a freaking hot mess sometimes, you know, and I be all over the place. And I like to have, I'm like every other man. I like females. I like fun. I'm gonna tip some bottles. I'm gonna do all that. But I think that I get more control over myself when I'm in a relationship. I think that a wife would be to stabilize my lifestyle, like my nature. I think she could de-hold me or something. You know, like if I got married, that's what the benefit would be. getting your mental stability, giving you some serious focus. You know,
you gotta marry
but
me
that's
when
if
I'm
you
broke.
want
But see, you can't say the reason I feel like
Right,
you can't
yeah,
say
Because
that.
if you marry a rich version of me, it's over. Yo, swear to God, I gotta have like 6 wives. If that's the case, I gotta at least marry 3 or 4 of y'all.
Well, at
Real
least,
talk.
but then
Will
the thing
Smith
is
said this,
also,
bro. Will Smith said this. You say it's
That's
about
why I ain't
mental
ready to stop
stability
being a
and
hoe.
shit. Will Smith said this. He said, you can't. He said, I had to leave my relationship and go get happy individually.
then come back and be happy.
I had to go get happy as an individual.
Yeah.
She had to leave, go get happy as an
It's
individual.
not her job
and
to make you
then
happy.
we had to
I
come
remember
together
that. I
and
read
be
the
happy
same thing.
together.
I read the same thing.
So, like, I can't really say it's because you gotta think, bro, there's a lot of pressures and shit involved in relationships, especially with this social media shit. At an all-time high, like, motherfucker, I had some shit happen to me, right? I go through phones, like, every couple months. I don't know.
Right.
Break them bitches, drop them bitches, whatever. But I'm in a relationship. I'm at work. Girl takes an old phone, cut that bitch on, it pings to the Wi-Fi, and boom, all my old messages become new. The leadership, everything is new again. I about ain't been, like, when I think in the scenario of getting into a relationship with a girl, you might not think she about shit in them first couple months. It might take you a while to get to. It might take you a while to get there. So in them first couple months, you might be on shit. So that she ping that bitch, bing. All your new, all that old shit come back up. She like, damn, you talking to bitches. You hear me?
We gotta get together.
Now you fucked up in your relationship because it's social media shit. Like, it's a lot of new factors in relationships. That's why you said, like, I like that you put the nowadays on it. You feel me?
Right, man. You know, I just look at it like when you in a relationship, like and that's coming off of what you said, Cash. You understand who you are and your nature, so you know what kind of relationship you need, right? I think and we all know who we are. So I think that when going into the relationship, I think that we could save ourselves a lot of trouble by being the person that we know we are in the relationship. So like me right now,
because there's so many expectancies that come with a relationship. When you come into a
Right.
relationship,
You
you
stop
expect
the
it to,
relationship.
as a man, you expect to be provider, protector, paymaster. There's so many roles that you expect to just take hold of. What's a woman's job? And she put the nigga, from a nigga point of view, bitch, cook, clean, fuck.
Sometimes we go on.
That's all a nigga really want.
It's gonna
Cook, clean, fuck, and rub my back.
You gotta have understanding with a
You
motherfucker.
know what I'm saying?
Like when I go in a relationship with a motherfucker, it ain't on my mind like, man.
I guess it's based
I wanna
on
go in this
the
relationship, but
characteristics of the
physically,
guy.
one day get
I
married.
mean, I consider myself a progressive man. What I would want out of a woman is be a benefit and support my endeavors. Do not be a detriment to my progression. The moment that a woman becomes a detriment to my progression, she has to go. Because, you know, your woman, it's like this.
I don't give a fuck about progression. You fuck with my peace, you gotta go.
You got to go.
Progression is everything, man. Peace.
You gotta be at
Your
peace to
peace
progress.
plays a big role. Right. You need that too. So all of that play together, but if that's being interrupted by your
You gotta
dealings
stay
with a
pretty
woman,
too, ladies. Don't be cute around the time then we get married. You just start getting ugly and shit
Hey,
too.
we do that shit
I'll
too,
divorce the shit out your ass. I ain't
we
gonna
do
lie to you.
that shit too, man.
I'll find a way to divorce you. I'll make you break up with me. So
I
don't
went
even-
plenty of months
I ain't-
without retwist, without
Right.
a
I
relationship.
don't stress the look so much, cause
I do.
I can't.
I do.
I'm gonna say this: 80% of bitches who look good be fucked up attitude
They
wise.
be
That's what I'm saying,
up, bro.
That's an ugly look. Fuck
Oh
that.
my
For
goodness.
real.
Don't make me breakfast in bed, goddamn it. Then when we tie the knot, you feel like you won some shit. All that shit stop.
Get
That'll
black
make me.
and shit.
I'll fall out of
Yeah.
love with you. Then when I fall in love with you, you ready?
But you know what though? I be with that. That also creates an awareness to myself too in a relationship. Like when I'm dealing with a female, because if I want her to stay on that level, I have to remember, like, bro, don't start slipping on what you was doing in the beginning. If I stay that same guy, I'ma always be that same guy that attracted that woman, and she's going to be that same woman that I attracted. The moment I get comfortable and I get on my bullshit, that's when the woman gonna get on hers too. And that's the thing. It's like, but honestly, tell you the truth. Now, don't get me wrong. Marriage is completely out of the question. If everybody want to know my opinion, I don't see myself getting married. I just feel like this. I have to become somebody else, let alone who I want her to be. I gotta focus on who I need to be before I can even figure out who she needs to be.
On some real shit, bro.
Only thing I think about,
I can't say I go into relationships with a premeditated idea of how a bitch supposed to be. Cause like, I done got with a bitch and thought she was this person, and then down the road found out she was a totally different motherfucker. So I lose the whole expectation part of you should be this bitch in my head. You know what I'm saying? I lose that and just learn what motherfucker is. Because a motherfucker gonna show you. All you gotta do is listen.
Right.
Motherfucker gonna tell you
learn
everything
something new about a motherfucker every day, like
every day, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, I done seen motherfuckers that be cheating. I'm talking about for like 10, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Truth, I'm talking about
they say that
all type of shit.
Marriages nowadays only last like 7 years. Like from marriage to divorce, the marriages nowadays are like 7 years, bro. Compared to like I've bumped into old people where I'm talking to, oh, I've been married 42 years, you know, and things like that. And compared to now, it's like not only are we dealing with different women, women are dealing with different men. Mm-hmm. The world is way more emotional and more. It's aggressive and emotional more than it used to be. It's way more emotional. It's like people are making decisions based on emotion now, and we've been taught over time to be self. That's why the divorces are happening. People are, oh, I don't like this. There's no more staying in, working through it. There's fuck that shit. It's not working for me. There's too many people out here for me to just let one ruin me. And then the yearn for that freedom to move around and do whatever you want to do. That too is something that is the cause of all of these
shit can work like that. I think like you gotta understand that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you got like, you know what I'm saying? I guess it depends on the relationship. I don't know, cause like the shit, I feel like this shit can work, bro. You got like an understanding, like you know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying it could. But when you in the heat of that relationship, when I look at relationships now, right? And when you in the heat of it, listen. When I get into it, so I might have females I deal with, right? When I get into it with one of them, or if the conversation goes negative, they raise their voice or anything like that you would deal with in a relationship, my first words is, all right, go home. Right. It's like, for me, I'm avoiding confrontation. That's what I don't want. I don't need nobody going off on me. Don't get emotional. If I say something that hurts your feelings and you're sad, I want you to leave. I don't want no crying girls in my house. I don't want no yelling girls in my house. I just want you to go.
Bro, you know? I don't know, bro. The biggest turn off to me, bro, when it comes to a female, bro, is comfortability. Like, a motherfucker done got so far in life. No, you done got so far in life. Like, you got this job, you worked this job for 8 years, and this it for you. Like, you done gave up on everything you wanted to do as far as goddamn your dreams, your goals. The motherfucker just gave up.
Because you
maintain it right now.
Yeah. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, that's what I meant when I said be progressive. Don't be a detriment to my progression. Don't come and sit down and watch me pushing for it. Or like, it's just like, all right, I'm an entrepreneurial-minded guy. I like to start businesses. I like to think about different ideas and go for them, like we did with this podcast. So I said, dang, I like it. Next thing you know, I'm ordering all the stuff we need. We doing this, right? I was in a relationship once where I was always told when I would invest in the stuff, all the time I'd be told that those was bad investments, that I was being selfish, or that this wasn't going to work, that wasn't going to work. That's not the type of relationship a guy like me should be in. If I have an entrepreneurial mindset, I don't need to be with a woman who don't believe in those ideas that I'll have.
Y'all know what's winning, friends with benefits winning, bro. I'm telling you. Friends with partnership. Fuck all that.
I'm not even doing
partnership,
that, bro.
Partnership is
winning, bro.
And it ain't no more partnerships. You see,
that's what,
the thing is once upon a time, I'm going to tell you where we went wrong. It was when we started, and I'm not saying, please y'all don't think that I'm saying something's wrong with the fact that women have equal rights as men. I'm glad that that's there. Thank you, Jesus, that women can do what men do. But when y'all start fighting for that, what happened was the woman in the household, the wife, stopped letting the man lead the house too. And that's the thing. It's like it's a give and a take. We gonna lose when we win. So we won y'all being presidents, but we lost y'all following us when we in the home. Because in the beginning it was okay. So the father need to follow God's He need to shine in the eyes of God, because if he does, the wife will follow. When the wife follows, so will the children. That's what they told us growing up. So what I'm saying is, we lost that in our homes, whether you white, black, or whatever. We lost that when you told them, when it came to the light that a woman is just as capable as us, it made them feel like, yeah. So it doesn't make any more sense for me to just silently let you dictate how this house is going to be run, which I don't think that we should be able to dictate how the house run when we have a woman there. But I believe that I believe we lost the support of our women. They don't support these ideas. They don't support what's not in their faith. We lost their faith. They have no more faith in the following, in us leading the house. They have no more faith in that. And it's because of some of the shit that we do. We trying to do one thing and
it ain't because
another.
of some of the shit we do. It's because what we didn't have. A lot of niggas didn't have their pops growing up, so niggas don't know how to be functional men or functional fathers. No, it's so much strength. I'm saying, like, it take a lot of, like, for example, nigga, where I said my oldest son, 9, he just found himself. He taking hour showers and shit like that.
Right.
And I had to have the talk with him. My mama had to talk with me, so it was like, fuck. And the only reason we had to talk because the cable bill was high.
Right.
You feel me?
So do y'all niggas see yourselves getting married? I'm talking about, like, what's this, 2020? Do y'all niggas ever see yourselves settling down and get married?
To be completely honest,
I can see it happening. Am I planning on it? No. But when it does happen,
to be honest, bro, my standards.
Real talk though.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think that it's this. I'm not gonna have picky standards with my wife. My wife is gonna be a woman who can actually make me happy. I think that before a man, especially nowadays, especially a man like me, can get married, I have to first know what the hell I need from a woman. What do I need? Why am I marrying this woman? First, I think knowing me is most important. I've learned, because I keep learning shit about myself the hard way, through my failures in relationships, through women. There's women, I've had good women who would probably never come around me no more because I got into serious relationships with them during the time I was not ready. When I was playing games and shit like that. So I think that I need to know for real that I'm going to be in a relationship before I fucking even start 20. I think I'm grown enough that I learned that. I've been through enough relationships where I know this. Before I can even think about a marriage, I need to know that I'm going to actually be a husband.
Well, ladies,
we
I'm going to tell y'all
a lot about on what we're going to be. We're going to have a wife.
First rule of life, I can't get married until I'm all the way secure in my bag. If my money ain't right, I'm never going to think about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to have connections with a motherfucker. I'm trying to get my connections right out here.
Established, right? Motherfuckers don't want to establish though. You don't want to.
Cause you gotta think, if you get married to a woman who got a job and you don't, you get married to a woman who got a job and you don't. Well, how she gonna? You feel me? It's gonna be this broke ass.
You don't want to get married when you broke. Bro. Both of us can't be broke and married like
this. Say she not broke, and you is.
Well, I'm not gonna marry you. I ain't even gonna
get
on one knee.
That's what I think.
I'm not getting on one knee.
I don't fear a woman making more money than me. I fear you letting that money make you think you can change me or dictate how I live my life.
I think that,
yeah.
I mean, it's a difference between trying to dictate how I live my life or trying to help me grow as a person. Like for me, as a person, I think that I got some flaws. I feel like there's certain things that certain women could stop me from doing that are detrimental to myself. If I see what
we got a lot of pride too, bro. As men, bro.
Sometimes
how do you feel that a woman can stop you from doing something better than you can?
I guess saying that she can stop me is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is assist me in certain things. It's just like this. I'm in a golf league, right? I'm in a golf league. This stuff, when I started golfing with the father of a girl that I was dating. I didn't have that activity. I didn't have that as something to do with my time. Most of my time was being spent doing shit that was not good for me. that was not good in my life. See, the person that I am in my lifestyle, see, I'm different from a lot of people that we may know, but I wasn't always. I had to grow into this person, so I was picking up different things. It's like my study habits, right? When I was in college out in Austin, Texas, I partied every day, and I had started doing concerts, so I started getting popular, and I was lit all the time, and grades started to go down because I was studying less, but I started messing with this girl named Alejandra Monatu. Alex, we called her, and Alex was a study junkie. But Alex she was one of them girls who take the Adderall, and then she sit there and she study all day, and Alex started popping them Addies in my mouth and saying, no, sit here and do your work first, and then do that. And I started, my grades just shot up. You see what I'm saying? Because I was picking up new study habits. So when I say that a woman can help you become better, what I mean is sometimes you might be capable of shit that you just never apply. It's just like a relationship I had. Me and my baby mama broke up for a minute, and I dated this other chick. And me and this chick dated for like a year. But this chick, she would highlight my intelligence and all my capabilities. So this chick she did a new cover letter for me. She did a new resume. This chick wrote up my business plan and all of that. When I broke up with this chick, as I'm getting my LLC paperwork, and as I'm getting the keys to that office space and shit, and as I'm signing the contract for my first contract as a business owner to make money for myself, all I could sit there and think about was, damn, man, this bitch made me better. She reminded me, nigga, you can work for yourself. I ain't worked for nobody else. Yeah. Since December 14th of 2018, I have not worked for another person because that girl changed my mindset. So sometimes it's habits that you can pick up from places you go. That's why you gotta have control of the people that's around you, control of who your friends is and your influences, dog. And that's why I'm not finna marry no woman if she have habits that are also bad. If a woman likes to party and I'm a sucker for a good time, I don't know if me and her should be fucking with each other every day.
Yeah,
I don't know if that should be. That ain't
my thing, bro.
Yeah. I need a woman to look at me and say, "Hey, relax today. I think you need to drink some water."
Bitch, if you don't care about
what happened to the women that asked you, "Have you ate yet, motherfucker?" You know what I'm saying? What happened to that?
It's the little shit sometimes. We just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Look at, bro. That's the shit sometimes, like, some women don't even, you be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I look at little shit too. And sometimes I done push good women away from being prideful as fuck, bro.
I done push good women away.
You know what I'm saying? Just having too much pride, bro. And it happens, bro.
Right.
So I'm like,
sometimes you gotta acknowledge your baby. It's just like my baby mama, okay? I say my baby mama is like really that's my people. I love her. That's my heart. That is my best friend because this motherfucker will complain to me. She will create so many fights with me, but she will do anything to keep me okay. Okay? She'll do anything for me. She'll do anything I ask her to do. We separated. We live in totally different homes. We don't mess with each other. But her money's still my money. I can still ask her for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, we gotta sometimes take the time to stop looking at what could go wrong and look at what goes right about it too. I understand saying that's too much submission to say that a woman can make you do a certain thing or make you change a certain thing, but when you really look at it, sometimes we have to be open to the influence.
I definitely think perspective is definitely key, right?
Right.
But I don't know, bro. I'm different in a relationship, bro, because I'm me. You feel me? Like,
right.
I want shit how I want it. If I can't get shit how I want it right then, I don't even want it no more. You know what I'm saying? Just flat out. Like, I don't want you going through my.
I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. I'm a hoe. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hoe and I know I'm a hoe. I ain't trying to settle down with shit. No time soon, no none of that. We can have a short term relationship. That's what this is.
Motherfuckers don't even take that like that though. Like,
I mean, it's all good. I mean, you have to just live your life and be who you are. I think that at this time,
motherfucker ask you all day, is you funny? Yeah. No. And then one day you be like, all right, yeah, I did. Tell the whole world. You don't even want to know for real. So why you go looking for it? Like, no bullshit. My girl has some shit on her phone. What's that shit? That anonymous shit. That motherfucker send you anonymous message.
Yeah, that game. I had that.
She had that shit for so long niggas wasn't even flirting with her no more on the app. Now all this app is being used for is
to
bitches,
say shit to people without them knowing who said it.
No, it's bitches messaging her like, yeah, I fucked your nigga, or I'm finna fuck your nigga, or your nigga ain't yours. I say, bro, do you realize that you literally have a door on your phone for motherfuckers to send you negativity about our relationship? I said, when you go through my phone, you are literally looking for negativity.
Motherfuckers gotta limit
Hear me again. When you look through my shit, bro, you literally looking for negativity.
I think social media, as far as relationships,
if motherfuckers don't find shit, they be like, alright.
As far as
find some bullshit,
yeah,
jackpot.
if you serious, I say this.
Looking for negativity.
If I got married, I would definitely get the fuck away from social media personally. I would only be on there professionally, never personally. I would have the like the Buddy Mo podcast page. I would have the MAU marketing and advertising group page, and that would be it. It would be no more Maurice Watson on there because the truth is, I wouldn't do right. Social media, I use social media as a playground, okay? I am a fool on social media, and I could get drunk and say anything to a female on social media. All I got to do is see on that profile they say single, and then that green light there at 4 in the morning, shit ain't no telling. I'm going to say anything. And then wake up the next day because I'm not the same person no more. And I'm going to delete that shit I said and hope she didn't see it yet, and then continue with my life. So at noon that next day when she say, hey, because I said hey at fucking 3 and she say hey back the next day at noon, I don't even be opening that shit. I just delete the whole conversation and continue with my life, and I'm single. So social media, so the thing is if I'm in a relationship, I'm not fucking with social media because I play too much, man. I get on there and I'll say anything.
Women like to fill in Paul.
I try not to say negative shit on there.
I don't say negative shit, but I might say, what's it gonna take for you to come sit on my face, bitch? You know?
Marking up the wrong tree, brother.
I don't know, bro. I might say some shit too, like, it be some shit.
I'm gonna cut it to your ass raw. I'm getting straight to that shit. And if you don't bite the bait, bitch, I'm like, man, my bad, I was lit. I was fucked.
That is how it works. The next day, you like, damn, listen, I got drunk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You know, and the truth is, I really didn't mean it. You know, I really was.
I feel, dog, though, like, cause, like, to even be in that much in love with a motherfucker where I'm gonna say, yeah, we married, and like he said in the video, bro, he said, goddamn, he said, bro, I was so in love with her, he like, I'm pushing all her excuses, like, you know what, he like, I'm trying to feel where she coming from as a significant other. He like, she's saying, oh, I'm a sign him, I'm busy, we doing this, and that. He like, I'm accepting that shit. If I'm doing all that, I'm trying to be understanding and shit, and bro, that shit'll crush a nigga whole.
I'm not gonna wait no 3 months.
That shit'll crush a nigga heart on love.
Hey,
because
do y'all
be
think
no
that?
more love left
Do y'all
in
think
there.
so? On the topic of just the whole marriage thing again, do y'all think that this Corona thing is how big of a role do you think this whole pandemic is going to have on marriages ending marriages?
Violence is gonna be at a
They
high
said
rate.
it's like
I just bumped into a landlord,
ain't
bro.
it like 500%? It went up by like 500%, right?
Bro,
Yeah.
I just bumped into a landlord, bro. She said she owned a few properties and she run a trailer park. She said in that trailer park, she said it's been more police in the past since this Corona shit due to domestic violence. And then she said the neighborhood they live in quiet as fuck, man. She said since this shit, there's been police out there in the area at night.
Hey y'all, guess what? We out of time today. This episode 10. I want to thank everybody for listening. Shout out all the people who've been downloading. Here goes something new for you to download. Thanks to Bobo Too Real for coming out. Bobo got a lot of new music about to drop. Y'all better get hip. We just did something tonight. I might just shoot y'all a clip at the end of the episode. Cash in the building. Me and Cash got some new shit about to come out. Shout out Chilla Patilla. He about to do that video. We gonna have him on the show soon too. Shout out Kate the Great. Hey, listen.
Let me.
Go ahead, bro.
At Bobo Gutter, that's BOBOGUTTA on Instagram. At Bobo 2 Real Gutter on Facebook and YouTube. 2 Real is TU''real. Go fuck with me. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that shit. Fuck with me. All support is appreciated.
No doubt. Hey, and you know where to go get us at? Facebook.com/Radio Mo. The Mo is spelled MAURADIOMAU.
And fuck with this new porn company I'm starting. It's called ASA, AAA, ATA. Assault that ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hey man, listen, Bobo Real Gutter merch on the way too, man.
And go and check out any